welcome to the Righteous Gym Bros. Another edition, maybe the first edition. We've had multiple editions. We might be finally going live though. But so I'm gonna talk a lot of different things on this podcast: movies, TV shows, everything's out there. It's up for grabs. So we're gonna have some fun with it. So I'm Ryan. This is my brother Chaz.
Your brothers?
No. Yeah.
Uh, so, um, so what we want to do is talk a little bit about Ballerina.
Yep.
So Ballerina is out. It's been out since was it last weekend or 2 weekends ago?
This is the third weekend, actually.
The third weekend.
The
third weekend. Okay. So I want to get your feedback because you saw it before I did, right? Like
yes.
You were coming out as we were going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
So what'd you think?
It was good. It was probably, it wasn't the best installment in the series. That's for sure. But it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a disappointment by any means. It had good action. I saw another review that said that it was a snooze fest for the first hour, which I disagree with. I mean, there's an action scene pretty much right off the bat. So I thought they did it really well. I thought it had, at least a cohesive story. I mean, there was a plot, which is important. I think that, more, you didn't get that much in John Wick 3 Parabellum. I feel like that was just nonstop action. It was just him on the run, whereas this actually had, a plot. We could sit here and rank them all day long, but I would say it probably falls somewhere in the realm of the third one in terms of overall how much I liked it. And the third one, just because I feel like it had the weakest storyline. Obviously, the action was kick-ass. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. Not a lot of bad things to say about it.
No, the snooze fest. It was far from a snooze fest from what I thought.
Mm-mm.
Now, is it going to be? Yeah, look, my favorite one is I like the second one a lot. I think that's my favorite. Followed by 1, and then the other ones behind it. I've only seen 3 and 4 like once.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the first 2 to me are like mainstays. They're really good. I mean,
yeah, I think box office wise, it's tracking right around the second John Wick movie, but slightly worse. So it is. It's doing better, I think, than the first movie. The first movie just didn't make a whole lot of money. It didn't really gain a whole lot of traction until it got out of the theaters. And then people really started following it. So, box office wise, it's not doing the best. And I don't know why. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think this is, Ana de Armas, who's the lead in this one. I think she's been in the lead in other movies, like Knives Out and Nothing. I think wasn't she in the one with the Chris Evans movie?
Yeah, Ghosted.
Ghosted. So she's been in some
James Bond.
James Bond. So I think it's still kind of in that proving ground right now, and not to sure how. I guess people are not sure what to expect. So that maybe it's like, it's not John Wick. Maybe I'll just kind of wait it out and see. But I thought, my opinion, I thought it was well done. I thought she could carry the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is John Wick sightings in this movie. He's in this movie in 2 different parts of the movie. And what I liked about it was it didn't feel forced.
Right.
So it's like, when you have something like this, well, they were in there, but it wasn't at the right moment. It was just, it felt forced. This didn't. This felt very natural.
Yeah.
And so it flowed with the movie and it worked. The action scenes were really good. And what I like about the action scenes in this one too, is when you have, the protagonist or the hero, most of the time they're going to go in there, they're going to, kick butt, do their thing. In this one, it's a lot more realistic because she gets beat up pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and that's not just male or female thing, but she holds her own, but not without getting tagged on some fight scenes.
Right. Well,
Right.
I mean, she is a woman and she's fighting, men, so
Yeah,
there's going to be a strength comparison.
of course,
there.
and that's what I think, and that's okay because I think that made it real. That's what made it good. It wasn't like, okay, that's just
Well, I
ridiculous.
mean,
There's no
John
way.
takes his fair share of beatings
He
too.
does
I
too,
mean,
and that's why
to be fair,
right, and that's why I think it works is
Yeah.
because it has the believability
sure.
to it. It's not something that's just so far fetched. There's just no way that's going to happen. But
Now there is, one scene in particular. In the cold climate, if you remember, that was pretty out there. Pretty. It was a really cool scene.
yes,
Don't get me wrong. How realistic it was, not sure, but it was fun. And I can't say I've ever seen anything quite like that in a movie. Not going to give it away if you haven't seen it, but definitely towards the end there, pretty cool fight scene. You wouldn't call it quite a gunfight scene. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch the movie, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, great scene. And of course, you're going to have a couple of those inserted in the movie where it's like, that I could go either way with that.
I mean, it's like John Wick going up 20 flights of stairs and back, and then again,
falling down the stairs. It just pops right back up, with stab wounds and
he'd be so exhausted.
so exhausted, but he presses forward. So yeah, but I thought it was well done. Definitely, to me, worth the price of admission. It was not something where I went in there and I was like, okay, it was a snooze fest. Some people might think that, well, it took a little while to develop. It developed a good backstory.
Yeah.
So the backstory was good.
Right away.
Yeah, right away they kicked it off. Absolutely, they did. So it didn't take for me a long time for it to develop.
No, to me, I felt interested in it, within the first, 5 to 10 minutes, basically, act one. I was like, okay, where is this going? So that's good. If you're sitting there, and you hear, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," that's bad. It wasn't anything like that. You wanted to see where the story was going to go. So that's nice. And I hear they're going to be doing probably another spinoff with Donnie Yen's character, which, I'll definitely go see. I think that's going to be interesting as well. So,
yeah, no, it again, well done. Winston's in there again, so you have a Winston sighting. Sharon, which I think is his final film before his sudden passing.
Yeah.
So time to rate it, my friend.
You do the honors. Go first.
I get to do the honors. So what we do here is we do not have a 5-star rating. What we do have is we have a 5 pump rating.
That's right.
And so we're going to grab the trusty dumbbell. And based on that, I'll give you my rating. So
how many pumps?
Let's see here. We're going to do some hammer curls.
Make sure you get the bicep in the shot.
Let's see if I can get the bicep in here. 1, 2.
Takes up the whole screen.
3. I'm going to give it 3 pumps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 3 pumps. So, again, it's not the greatest in the John Wick series, but it's definitely not the worst. And I could have probably given it a 3.5 pumps, probably. But I'm going to keep it at 3. I think that's where it stands. I think that's an honest assessment of the movie. But it's definitely solid. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
If you want to go out and check it out, you won't be disappointed. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. You're up.
What am I up for?
You're up for your rating.
Oh, I thought it was just you doing the rating.
No.
Oh,
you get to do a rating. This is what this is about. Come on. This is not amateur hour.
Come on. Do your job, man.
Here.
You did this before? The Righteous Gym Bros.
1, 2, 3.
3 pumps.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so we're both in
eyebrow there.
We're in unison here. So
yeah, no, I give it the same. 3 out of 5. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So, final thoughts on the movie.
If you like action, go see it. Simple as that. It's good. It's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Go check it out. I am a little partial. I am a De Armas fan. So,
And John Wick is my favorite film series. So.
and John Wick is very, again, one of our favorite film series as well. So that's it. Check it out. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.
Adios.